All right. Well, we want to welcome you all here today, and we have a couple of topics that I think people will enjoy hearing about. We have been talking for several weeks about the increase in jobs coming to our community, and this week we're going to share some more good news. We have an announcement of some more job growth by a local company, Globe Engineering, who's been in Wichita since 1947. This employee-owned business has continued significant growth, and they have now outgrown their current facility. So to continue to grow, they have to change locations as they continue to perform many aircraft manufacturing processes, including individual components and complex assemblies. Because of the world-class internal control known for short lead times and high quality, core areas of work include tube bending, machining, welding, complex assemblies, as well as hydroforming, metal spinning, heat treating, and more. And so this next Tuesday, we're going to be voting on some incentives for Globe to expand their company with 75,000 square feet of manufacturing space at their new location at Mays and 42nd Street South. And the good news is they're going to be employing 12 new employees. These are great paying jobs to add to their existing base of 220. I think the important part of this announcement, it's not as sexy as someone coming in town with 500 new jobs, but it shows that we care about small businesses too. And I think it's important to celebrate the small business that has been able to thrive in the Wichita market, and adding 12 jobs, 12 good paying jobs, is something we also want to celebrate. And so we're going to be doing that. And thank you to Globe. They will be here Tuesday at the council meeting. So I continue to be proud of Wichita and continue to recognize it's a great place to grow a business. Some street updates, and Alan King will come up in just a minute as we work on a variety of projects. He can share a little bit with you. I'll give you some brief overviews. The work progress on two sections of East Kellogg that have now come to look like one project, and that's Webb and the Greenwich projects. All the traffic on Webb project is now on the frontage roads, with freeway retaining walls and the west half of the Webb Bridge now under construction. The new access to the Kansas Turnpike on the East Kellogg Plaza is now via the south frontage road. So the new access for the KTA is now on the south frontage road. Moving east to Greenwich and 96 section, work on the frontage roads continues with hope of moving traffic late this year. So the bridges for eastbound Kellogg and south frontage road access to 127th Street are under construction. All of this work is on schedule, with Webb completion estimate late 2019 and Greenwich in late 2021. To add to that, we want to talk about an update on where the City Hyatt funds are helping our city. In 2016, we sold the Hyatt. 10 million of those proceeds are going into neighborhood streets. I think we still have a map on the city website that shows you which streets are going to be under new construction or new repair. So these improvements will be added to our regular street repair program. So this is an additional $10 million going into that effort. Certainly the work will be done in phases. Why don't I bring Alan up and let him share a little bit more of the details. Alan, you want to come up and talk about that?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As the mayor said, we sold the Hyatt Hotel and took $10 million of those proceeds and put them into a program to improve the residential streets in the city, the ones that need the most work. And this reflects an attention to our residential streets and the priority that it represents. And so we took the funds that were available and made it and put it into a 2-year program to make improvements. Basically, the work that we're doing is to go in and identify these streets that are the worst of the asphalt streets and make spot structural repairs on the streets, places where the pavement has actually failed and the foundation under the road. Once we make those spot repairs, we come back later, sometimes a few months, sometimes even at the beginning of the next year, and put a coating over that street. So now it looks like a brand new street, when in reality what it's done is we made some very smart repairs that have really stretched those funds the best way we can. The idea being that after 2 years, we will have made these sorts of improvements to the worst of our residential streets. In addition to that, and not funded by the Hyatt funds, but part of the whole program is our streets maintenance group has added some new equipment, and it's a kind of a truck that uses a new kind of material that one operator in the truck can operate from within the truck, and we hope to get about 1/3 of our streets with some fairly long-lasting repairs that are better than pothole patching, but it's the same sort of an idea. And hopefully we'll be able to get through the whole city in about a 3-year period of time. We think that the Hyatt-funded repairs, together with this new way of making small patches on our streets, will make a noticeable difference to our residents as far as the conditions of our street.
Thank you. That's perfect. Thanks, Alan. So we have considerable more dollars going into fixing our streets, and so you'll see some more orange cones. If you want to know where those orange cones are going to be placed, you can get onto the city website and get the latest update on which streets are going to be under repair. Another reminder that Naftzger Park, this Thursday and Friday, you can join the city of Wichita, downtown Wichita, and TGC Development for the second round of public input sessions for the redesign of Naftzger Park. Those who attend the meetings will have the opportunity to see potential concepts and share input. The meetings will take place Thursday, August 10th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., August 10th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., and Friday, August the 11th from 7:30 to 9:30 a.m., 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. on August 11th at 523 East Douglas. So I encourage those to get out there. Summer reading program. We have, hopefully, many of you have spent some extra time reading, whether it's for yourself or for your kids. Wichita children and teens have spent more than 5 million minutes reading as part of participating in the Wichita Public Library Summer Reading Program. The good news, research shows that simply reading just 20 minutes a day can help stop the summer learning loss and help them perform better when returning to school this fall, or many of our students returning to school next week. The library's reading program registered more than 12,000 area babies, children, and teens. And a reminder for kids as they head back to school, the library is a great resource for studying and research, and library cards are free. We hand them out for free. So Dion, you too can get a library card for free. I have one in my billfold. I'm not sure I trust you. Also want to let you know, to touch on how exciting we are to launch the new program for USD 259 on the transit program. We are going to provide some transit routes for school kids that live in a variety of different neighborhoods that right now are forced to find different transportation. Many of them are walking 2 miles or more to school because they cannot receive the opportunity to ride a 259 bus. And so we are teaming with 259 to make this opportunity one that will allow kids to choose the option of riding Wichita Transit. It's a pilot program. We'll reroute some of our buses twice a day to pick up students at designated bus stops. The city buses will drop off students at school in the morning and pick up students following their dismissal. The pilot program will start at 7 schools: Coleman, Curtis, Hamilton, Robinson Middle School, East, North, and West High Schools. Students will be able to ride the city bus for free until September 1st with a student ID. After September 1st, the students can purchase a discounted bus pass for $20 a month. So for $20 a month, they can ride and utilize this service. We hope the program proves to be useful for students and their families to help increase safety for our children. Maps of the bus routes and other information will be shared with parents and students during their enrollment later this month. Thank you to all who have helped launch this innovative approach to investing in our youth and community safety. I think it's just another great way that we can team with 259 and help students hopefully achieve more. Anything I missed on streets or learning or reading? Have you all been reading this summer, I hope? Okay. We'll open it up for questions. No questions? Comments? Snide remarks? Thank you all for coming.